on Tuesday night. App State versus Arkansas State. A lot of people would consider these two teams the best two teams in the Sun Belt Conference. Looks like we're seeing 9 or 9.5 in the marketplace. 60.5 is what Bet Online just came out with the total not long ago. Big man, I know you know Sun Belt Conference college football betting pretty well. Do you have any kind of insight here on this game and looking to bet it at all?
I am, Drew, and I'm actually looking at this from a little different wavelength than I think a lot of people will. I think a lot of people are going to look at this game tomorrow night and say, wow, I'm getting two Sunbelt teams, two of the best Sunbelt teams, and I'm getting 9.5 points at home with a team in Ark State that's probably just as good. I'm not ready to say they're just as good. I think you said not so fast, my friend, in this one. Appalachian State, the only concern I have with them is how good is this team? I mean, they haven't really played anyone in the one step-up game. They actually played pretty well against Penn State, almost won that game. So I guess you could say they have played someone and they played well at it. You also look at the fact that this Arkansas State team is absolutely horrendous against the run. I mean, they're giving up almost 6 yards a carry, 244 yards a game. And for the layperson, that means they're 123rd in the country against the run out of 130 teams. Arkansas State has given up 658 yards on the ground over the last 2 games. And you look at one thing App State wants to do, develop the run. I think a lot of people are going to grab the points here and say, oh, there's no way they lose by double digits. When in retrospect, I think our Appalachian State are a better football team than Arkansas State. I haven't been majorly impressed with this group. They've went out and they've had some poor showings. Look at the showing against Georgia Southern being the real big one. You lose that game to a team you probably should be able to beat. They ran for they ran for 348 yards on you. That's a bit of a concern. I'm actually going to side with App State here. I think they go in, and I think they show the rest of the conference that it's a one-team race here. I think they go in and beat up Arkansas State.
All right, big man. So liking the favorite, and you can find them as low as 9 right now using SBR odds. Kelly, what about you? Do you think that Georgia Southern game is as alarming as big man's making it sound, or is Georgia Southern pretty damn good and beat him at home?
Listen, I am not discrediting that Georgia Southern's not pretty damn good. We saw them last week beat up on a South Alabama team. A lot of sharp guys were on. But I talked about this Arkansas State team, and I think our hopes were a little bit higher for them than they actually were. That Alabama loss, still really, really ugly. They did beat a mediocre, not even mediocre, UNLV team. They beat Tulsa. But besides that, this team hasn't really covered a spread minus that Tulsa game. And so here's a team where I'm not really ready to step in front of this Appalachian State team who has covered all 4 of their games. And as Big Man said, it's hard to forget how well they played in that Penn State game. Granted, Penn State may have been overlooking them, but I believe it was 3 overtimes they went to week 1. I'm looking at App State here. I think that they are about evenly matched here on offense, but also to tag along what Big Man said, if you can't stop the run, how is Arkansas State going to win this game, let alone cover? The only way I can really look in this one is App State. I'm looking at I use a buddy's power rankings mainly because I'm entirely too busy to do my own, and I'm looking at he's got this game. He's got them rated 11 points better on a neutral field. That says the line's probably right. I haven't been to Arkansas State. I can't tell you exactly what their home field's worth. Even on a crazy Saturday night, or a crazy Thursday night, I'm not going to give them too many points here. But yeah, App State or nothing for me.
Okay, yeah, and this game in Jonesboro, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. So there's going to be a whole lot of tickets written on this game as far as it's a singled-out college football game, a lot of bets on it. So it will be interesting to see which way the line goes. Which way does the public go?
That's a great point.
Which way do you think it goes?
I think you're going to see it probably be a little bit of a false flag. I think you'll see the public on the dog here, but I have a feeling it's going to sit right where it is, or maybe even go up to 10 or something. I think it's going to be a weird one. And I think a lot of the public will fall into the trap and say, they know what Arkansas State has been. But I think you and I and Kelly all know that this probably isn't that team. Okay, they're solid, but I don't think they're anything special. And they can't stop anyone on defense. So I think the line will you would think it would go down a little bit, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of public money come in here, and it's going to go to 10, and you're going to think, why the hell is that line going to 10 when the public's on Arkansas State? You're getting a home dog here, and a lot of people I think will overvalue that. The home atmosphere in Jonesboro is, I don't think really anything to really write home about.
Yeah, I gotta
And
agree. I don't think we're gonna see this line drop on this one at all. Even if there's a ton of public money, I think it's just gonna sit steady, and the books are gonna scoop up one side of the action.
so Kelly, because a lot of times in these MAC and Sun Belt games, when it's a singled out game like this, it could go from like 9 to 6.5, and just the same. It could go to like 12.5 or 13. You don't see that happening?
Absolutely. Well, this is the first Tuesday game of the year, and I think we're gonna have to see what the sharp guys play it on. I mean, the sharp guys love to play MAC and Sun Belt games, as you know, and typically they're on the right side. But we've also seen them do those fake moves early on, where they may come in on the dog, may drop the line to, like you said, it may move 3, 4 points, 6.5, and then they come back on the other side of App State, hammer it over the key number of 7. I mean, that is a possibility. It does happen a lot, and typically we see it in more games where there's maybe 3 or 4 MAC games in a week where they'll do it. They'll play all 4 games and then be on the right side of all 4 of them. It's a very weird thing. Sometimes if you watch the screen, you can see kind of what they're trying to do here. I'm not sure 100%, but I cannot see the sharp guys being on the dog here.
And Kelly, obviously with your proxy service, can you do this game in any of the contests, the Tuesday night games?
So you can't, because the lines don't come out until Wednesday afternoon. So, for example, Drew, the Golden Nugget contest that you're in, the lines don't come out till 2 o'clock on Wednesday. So sometimes they'll include the Wednesday night games if they are available and you have enough time to get down there. But you will not see any of the Tuesday games, unfortunately.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.